So this is a quick video to talk about adding of integers, which we are looking at in a grade 7-8 classroom, and hopefully this video will help kind of cement what we talked about today. What you're going to see is 3 questions, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out the manipulatives instead of using handheld manipulatives, so that way it kind of gives you a visual as I'm trying to solve these questions. So when you look at this question, you've got positive 4 plus negative 3. So you're actually going to be taking 3 away. Now, what does that look like in terms of drawing this out? So I'm going to do the 4 first, and I'm just going to draw circles, or somewhat circles. They're not very circly, but circles. And each of those are positive, and I'm going to represent them with a positive symbol in the middle. Now, what it's saying is that I'm going to be adding negative 3 to them. So if the concept of addition is that when you're bringing things together, you're taking multiple things and putting them together to create one whole, so a total out of that. So in this case, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw 3 more circles, but I'm going to represent those with negatives. Now the idea and the concept that we talked about today was zero principle, and zero principle says that if we have a negative and a positive, they're going to cancel each other out. So I'm going to grab a highlighter here, and you'll notice that this positive will be canceled out by that negative. This positive will be canceled out by that negative, and this positive will be canceled out by that negative. Now you'll notice that there is no negative to cancel this guy out, which means that if I was to bring both of these groups together, there's my positive 4 and there's my negative 3, this is the only guy that was not canceled out, so my answer would be positive 4 minus negative 3 is equal to positive 1, and that's representative of a positive chip. Let's take a look at another one. Now this one says I have negative 8, so I'm going to draw 8 circles, or somewhat circles again, and I'm going to represent those with negative signs. And then it says I'm adding 3 more negatives to it, so I'm going to take and draw 3 more negatives. Now you'll notice if we talk about zero principle, there is no positive chips or positive circles in here. So all I'm doing for this guy is I'm taking and adding everything together. I had 8 negatives here and 3 negatives here. If I add them together, 8 and 3 is 11, and they're all negative, so my answer becomes negative 11. Last one. Now this one says I've got 6 negative chips, so here's 6 circles. And to that I'm adding a group of 11. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And those are all positive. And I know they're positive because there is no positive symbol or negative symbol in front of that. Like any integer, if it is got a symbol in front of it, then I know that it is that symbol unless there's no symbol at all. If there's no symbol at all, we're just going to assume that it's a positive number. So we're going to do the zero principle thing again here. Now in this case, before I highlighted, this time what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cross them out. So I've got a negative, which is going to be canceled out by that positive. I got this positive, which is going to be canceled out by that negative. And I'm just going to continue working my way down the line, canceling things out, until I get to no more negatives. Now I'm just stuck with these 5 positive numbers left. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4, there's 5. So negative 6, if I add positive 11 to it, I know that my answer is going to be positive 5. Now you could do it this way, or you could write positive 5. We don't necessarily have to put this guy in here, this positive. We just simply leave it as the number 5 because we assume that that is a positive number. So this is adding integers, drawing this out through manipulatives to kind of give you an understanding about what it is that we talked today. Please refer back to this video if you need it, and if you have any questions, just drop a comment or a question in the comment section below, and we'll see what we can do about solving some problems for you. Good luck.